Good morning, good people. Welcome back to A Moment on Mondays with your girl, your sister. I'm your friend and personal growth coach, Stephanie R. Strong. And this morning, I'd like to speak to you about what you see is what you get. What you see is what you get is an idiom or a pop phrase used to express something or a circumstance or a person's exact description. If I were to put it in today's term, it may sound like it is what it is. We often use that term all the time. Well, I want you to think about it in this sense. What you see is what you get can also be used as what you see is what you attract. Now let me explain that to you. What you see is what you attract means this. If you see the world through the eyes of love, then you will attract love. Conversely, if you see the world through the eyes of hate, then everything you see will be colored by the lens of hatred. If you see people through the eyes of criticism, then you will attract condemnation. If you see through the eyes of productivity, then you will attract opportunities to be useful. If you see through the eyes of jealousy, then you will attract hostility. Now the question is for you and I to ask, why is it that I keep attracting, or why is it that I am always drawn to the same situations, circumstances, person, places, people, or things? Well, you have to ask yourself, because we have to learn how to look within and examine and purge those things that attract us to the very things that we detest, especially if you keep getting the same responses from or the same reactions all the time. So your question that I'd like for you to ask yourself this week, are there some things inside that I need to adjust, that I need to examine, do I need to purge, so that you can have a new set of lens to see the world, so that you can begin to attract the very things that you want, so that you can see them come into fruition or manifestation. Now, this is not any hokey-pokey stuff. I'm simply saying, well, let me tell you, there are some people that say that the eyes are the windows of your soul. That is very true. Your intellect, your senses, your responses, your intent, your emotions, and your affections, the soul, everything is in the soul. And even the Bible says in Matthew 6:22 that the eyes, when the eyes are healthy, then the whole body will be full of light. So if you want to be full of light and full of love and full of positive experiences and healthy experiences, then I want to encourage you this week to ask yourself, what lens should I be putting on today in order to get what I see? Because wherever your feet land is where your eyes are set. So wherever your eyes set, your feet will land exactly in that spot. Well, that's all that I have for you today. I look forward to seeing you on next Monday. You make sure you come see me at presencewithpurpose.net, and be sure to check out my book, When Tulips Bloom, a personal guide for blossoming through the difficult seasons of life. I will see you next week. Until then, make this your best day ever.